What's going on what is today? Saturday. It is so beautiful out here, and I just had to stop on in and say hello and check with you guys and make sure that your day is going just as grand as mine. I have let most of the day go by because I was just stuck in a mode of relaxation. But I had to get out today to do a little bit of domestications, and I just wanted to stop by and say hey. And I did have a thought in the motion that I wanted to talk about on the grown folk type of way, and that was, a lot of times, in a lot of ways, we ask ourselves, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with what we decide to do? What is wrong with it? Who decides what's wrong and what's right with what you want to do? And one of the things I wanted to bring up and talk about is what's wrong with wanting to clap, clap. And that's all you want to do. What's wrong with that? I mean, if you are a single man or woman and you're out and about doing what you do, dating, connecting, doing these type of things, and you don't want any connection on a serious basis with someone, it could be for a lot of reasons. It could be, you know, that your head is just not in that place right now. It could be that you're trying to accomplish some things. It could be that you just you just need time to woo saw, right? But you do want that companionship, and you do want that closeness with another grown person. So therefore, you make it clear. It's hard to kind of tell somebody up front that only thing I want to do is go to bed with you. That's all I want. I don't know what you want, but I like you, but I just want to go to bed with you. Excuse me. So, how do you communicate that? And when do you communicate that? Hit me with some answers to this, you guys. I am live and I want to hear what you got to say. When should you communicate to that person that this is the space I'm in? Should it be your first call? Should it be your first date? Should it be 2 or 3 dates so you can kind of get a feel and a connection about the person? When is a good time? And how do you come out and actually say, that's all I want to do is get together on a clap, clap physical basis with you sometime, and that's it? Because isn't that just kind of making a person feel as though you're just looking at them and want them just for the clap, nothing else? No intellectual conversation, no, time spent, no doing little nice whatnots, none of that. You just want to clap when you want to clap. And you get an understanding with each other that if you do anything with anyone else, make sure you're safe, make sure you don't bring back any cooties and that type of thing, and I'll do the same. You don't have to come back and report that that's what you've done, but just keep yourself safe. I mean, that's like kind of like open relationship, right? I mean, it's a relationship, is it? Is it? And it's just open? I mean, I'm just trying to understand that. And what's wrong with people who just want to clap and that's it? Is it a wrongness about that? I mean, we know that biblically the Bible states that we should not fornicate. So we do know that fornication is a sin. However, we are sinful creatures, and I'm not saying it's okay by any means to just go around fornicating with whoever, whenever. If you could, wait until you get married. That is the best blessed thing to do. But it's a small percentage who go there. I've heard a lot of different reasons why not from a lot of people, that proclaim to be walking a certain, way, trying to do right, trying to live right, and then they still clap. They still do what they do because at a certain point they want to sample the pudding before they end up getting latched on in a permanent way with someone. This one lady was saying that she waited an entire year with dating a man, waited an entire year, and they ended up, dating but keeping themselves out of risque situations, spaces, and places. And they just kind of kept it more casual and open and in public. And it got to the point where after a year, they were asked to marry. And they went on and said, yeah. And they went on and did a little quiet little chapel, thing where they went on and did their little ceremony, got married, and had the clap for the first time. And she said that it was horrible. Horrible. Now, even though she loved him, he loved her, and they had waited, which was a precious thing. When do we hear about that? We don't hear about that often, but it was a precious thing, and it just was horrible. But you sat up there and you've given yourself to someone that you waited a whole year for, doing the right thing. That absolutely was the right thing. And now you're in this horrible situation physically, clapping. And I guess you're going to have to just get on your JOB to try to do some things to make it spice it and make it happen. Not only was it a horrible experience, it was a size experience too. So she was dealing with two dynamics. So maybe she could spice some things up and make it better in the bedroom with it being horrible as far as experience, the whole way they did their thing. But the size thing, that's just what you get. That's what you get. So some don't think it's wise to sit up, wait, and then marry a person. There's a large percentage of people who think that you need to sample the pudding first, so you know what you're getting. That's a whole nother topic for another day. But back to what's wrong with you just doing what you do and letting it be known that this is what I want to do, but I don't want no attachments with you. I like you, I care about you, boo-boo, but that's all we're going to do or we're through. Yeah, I got a little rhyme with that, huh? But, so, do you think that person is going to have luck doing that? Are they going to be able to really find like a mature person per se? At a mature time in our lives? Are you going to be able to just come off and, I can see perhaps in your 20s, maybe in your 30s, getting away with it, maybe. But as a mature stage in your life, telling somebody, well, that's all I want. I don't want anything else. I think maybe the way they would put it, excuse me, in a more delicate way would be, I'm really not ready for a relationship right now. I just got out of something not even a year ago, but I have decided to maybe start dating a little bit and try to get my social skills back in order. But I'm really not emotionally ready, but I'm okay with spending the time with someone just to get to know them in a very intricate way and connecting. And as time go on, we shall see what it does. What it do? Perhaps you should come off like that, but in the back of your mind, you thinking, I just want to clap. I don't want none of that other stuff. And then you end up giving up the clap, and they've had this talk with you, and then all of a sudden it seems to be a problem with why they don't want to take you out. Why they not available to do things with you?
You've got mail.
This is, I know I got mail, so hush. Um, Now, this is if the situation was talked about prior. Now, it's one thing that when it's talked about and then you kind of forget along the way because you think that in time we're going to grow to be able to do things that's going to build and it's going to change. They're going to change. But usually if they quack like a duck, they're a duck. Okay? They bark like a dog, they're a dog. So listen to what they're saying. But what about those who don't tell you up front? They don't give you any hints or anything that they don't want you for nothing only but to clap. They never said that. They just, let's just take our time. Let's just take our time and see what happens. And before you know, a year has went by, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, even a decade. And you like, where has time went? We still at square one. Ain't nothing progressed. We're still here. Is it me? Perhaps it's you? What is it? Girl, bye, boy, bye. If they with you longer than 2 years and you ain't got nothing but the status you got, the clap, 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 and maybe you've graduated to a little something, maybe you do a little social something, something, that's pretty much where it's going to be. Because it don't take all that. It don't take all that time for a man to know and for a woman to know. It don't take all that time. So with that being said, does it complicate things when you just want to be on a clap clap basis and you come straight out and you let that be known? Does it complicate things? Because, let it be known, emotions can get caught up. People can get connected in a way that, even though your mind is telling you, we gonna stay on this, we just gonna stay on this zone, ain't nothing gonna happen, we ain't gonna get no emotions, we just gonna clap when we want to, hey, I'll call you, you call me, just let me know, and Big Daddy gonna be there. Big Mama gonna be there. You see what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, emotions get caught up. You start having feelings. You actually start exchanging, they say that when you start getting together like that on a physical clap basis, you start exchanging souls and juices and all this kind of stuff. I don't know how you want to word it, but stuff get to be in exchange. You connect in a different kind of way when you allow someone to enter into you, or you enter into someone and share your juices and flavors and all that stuff with one another, right? So doing that on a regular basis, you're going to acquire some kind of emotional attachment feelings. I mean, I don't care who you are. It's just going to happen. Now, what you're going to do at that point is probably decide, I need to pull back. I need to pull back because I'm getting caught up in a way that I didn't want to. I didn't want to. And some will start pulling back and they'll get ghosts. And you're trying to figure out what happened. Well, we didn't have a fight. We didn't argue. Everything was cool. And now they don't even want to deal with me. What was it? And usually it's because they're trying to run away from their feelings that they're starting to have that they didn't want to have for you. They didn't want to have. So they're running back. Now, there is that occasion where one will want to run towards you when they start feeling that way. And then it may just be that you trying to block that because, we had an agreement. And your emotions is on check. But theirs is, and you may be the one. And that can, women, we're emotional and things like that. But some women, they can roll tough. And some women are just in it to win it in whatever category they can. They in it to win it. Now, some are just in it to get what they can and give a little something in exchange. I don't know what you call that. I don't think that's hoeing or nothing. I just think that's exchanging, barbering. Is that what you call it, barber? But it is Some who, soon as you kiss them, they got an emotional antenna start going off. They start planning their life with you and how it would be if they had kids with you and build a life with you and business with you and all that. And we're in a relationship. We are together because you kissed me. Girl, bye. You got to get this together. And the main thing is you have to communicate. And if you communicate and you both are on the same page, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it if you want to clap and that's all you want to do? What's wrong with it? It's just if you can handle it. Can you emotionally handle it? Or are you being used? You know what I'm saying? Something to think about. Can you handle it? Or are you being used for your body? Because men are being used for their body too. Some women are just calling men because she can't stand nothing about him. His feet stink, he talk too much, he smoke too much weed, or he drinks too much or whatever, but he's cool to be around sometime, and they like to clap. So they call him and they just do the clap and, okay, boy, bye. See you in a week or two. Bye, be safe. Some women do that too. Some women are cool with that. And it does not mean that they're doing a whole lot of other stuff too. It's just that they're at that point in their lives where that's all they want. Now, do they tell a man, that's all I want? Some not. Now, some are bold enough to say, you got that good. And you know, that's all, boy, I don't want nothing else from you because you know, you a trip. Just bring that. There's a small percentage that will let you know. And folks will laugh it off and make it seem like it's a joke. But a lot of times they telling you straight up, yeah, that's all I want from you. Is that okay? What's wrong with it? People judge that. Only thing you're doing is sleeping together. Well, we both are cool with that. That's what we want to do. Okay, and who you sleeping with? Nobody. Okay, we're going to sit down. So it works for some people. It works. But if you're looking for more, and if you want to go down that road of matrimony eventually, if you want to build something that's solid eventually, don't bank on the person that's coming at you with just wanting to clap to be the one. Because that's the mindset that they're in right now. And it does not mean that they're going to change. But you could be anything and everything. But if their mindset is just set in a certain way, they're not going to change until they're ready to change. If you want to wait around 10, 15, 20 years for them to change when you're too old to do anything else, then okay. Do you? Me personally, I don't want to wait around 15, 20 years for nobody to be getting it right. If you ain't got it right in the first couple of years with knowing that you got a prize, and I know that I got a prize, look, I don't know what to tell you. We wasting each other's time. Because life is precious, especially at this stage and point of where we're at. You know, you're hearing and seeing all kinds of stuff going on around us. People we grew up with, we're close with, relatives, people are leaving here. They're going on to be with in heaven. And we're still down here to cope and deal with this world. However, each day the clock ticks. So you either want to waste your time letting the clock tick, waiting on some stuff to transpire, or you want to live your life according to how you want to live it. And if you want to live your life clapping and that's it, then so be it. But you got to find somebody that's willing to be down with you with that. And you have to be straight up about it. Nobody's judging. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Okay? But you got to be straight up about it. Okay? Now, how do you do that? Back to the question in the beginning. How do you tell someone that all I want right now at this point in my life is to clap? I don't want no emotional connection. I don't want you calling me every day. I don't want you asking me to do a whole bunch of things. I don't want you to say we don't never go nowhere, because we ain't going to go nowhere unless I just have a moment and want to take you somewhere. I I just want to get together, and we know we can get together, and however you can come to me, I can come to you, we can get a place to stay, we whatever, but it's all about the clap clap. And the next day or the weekend or whatever we do, I see you, boo boo. See you till next time. How do you?
You've got mail.
How do you? I know I got mail. Stop saying it. So how do you tell a person that this is what you all about? And when? When? When is it appropriate? And is it disrespectful? Say like a man telling a woman that. Does she look at him as a dog material? He just a dog. Look, so disrespectful. He hasn't even known me but 2 minutes, and he's already coming out with this agenda of he just wants to clap with me. How disrespectful is that? Well, for one thing, it's telling you ladies that that's not your husband. That's not your husband. Because if somebody meets you and they all into you and they want to be with you and they feeling you, that may be hubby. You just got to check out some other things. But he's coming on a righteous course. But if they coming early with this is all they want you for, or if they showing you that this is all they want you to, in their book, you're not wifey. Now, you may be wifey in somebody else's book once you stop letting them block your blessing that's out there to come. And the same for men. You guys get caught up with this situation of chasing this woman, and she's being hard, and it's making you, feel like, wow, she's a strong one. She's hard. She's coming at me. 9 times out of 10, she don't like you for nothing but a couple of things. But she don't want to be your wife. She like you for the clap, and she may like you for what's in your pockets, or she may like you for what you can do to help her in situations. Maybe you fix things. Maybe you build things. She want a new closet. She want a new shoe rack. She need a new fence. And maybe you do that, or her pipes need to be tightened or lubed or greased or whatever you got to do with pipes. She need that, and you're a handyman. So she gonna keep you around, but she ain't trying to be your wife. So you got to pay attention, you guys. But back to the whole, I go off, of course, sometime, depending on what I'm thinking in the moment. But back to the whole ha. What's wrong with it? What is actually wrong with somebody who is communicating straight up, and they're letting a person know the right time they're communicating it, that they just want to clap, and perhaps the person they let know just want to clap too. So y'all doing it, and it's gravy. Ain't nothing wrong. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with it? And why judge somebody who is keeping it 100 with you in the beginning to tell you that's all they want? If they telling you that's all they want, that means they keeping it 100 and they real. And they letting it be known up front. I don't see it as disrespect. I see it as being 100% real early on and giving you the opportunity to choose instead of stringing you on and then come out later with, well, I didn't really want, I told you I wasn't ready for a relationship, but boom, you should have read between the lines. No, that's not, boy, bye. If you want to just keep things on a zone of clapping only, and that's all you have to give, because you tied up with your career, you tied up with your business, you tied up with your family, you tied up with whatever, you still trying to tap with baby mama, you're still trying to deal with ex-wife, you're still having these situations, you got a phobia about relationships because the last one was abusive, whatever your story is. If you're not walking the same walk and talking the same talk, because mind you, a woman usually lets you know very early what she's looking for, one way or another. She's going to let you know. So if you see that a person is not on the same course with you, cut it. If that's what you want, cut it. They're not going to change for you. Mm-mm. Ain't nobody gonna, you can't make nobody change. If the stripes is the stripes, and they zebra stripes, and they there, and they was born with the zebra stripes, or the zebra stripes came 15 years ago, or the zebra stripes, y'all letting me get tongue tied. But anyway, the zebra stripes is there. They there. They ain't going nowhere. That's what you get. So at some point, you got to start blaming yourself, because that's what you get and that's what you got, and then you mad. And they told you in the beginning, or they tried to tell you, or better yet, they showed you. Because some won't tell you, they just show you. And as we become grown adults, grown folks, you can identify certain things. You done lived enough life. You may not agree with everything, but you've lived enough life to be able to identify what's what. You either have done it, you've been a dog, a player, a Jezebel, or whatever it is they call them. You've been all that, and you know the game. You know all the games. Your life may have changed where you're not that way no more, but you can identify. You can identify when some foul stuff is coming your way. You can smell it, you can taste it, sometimes you can see it. So it's up to you to make the decision and choices for you. Because they're not always, sometimes it's cunning. Sometimes they see something in you that they're trying to get or want. And they're not going to always come out and tell you what their agenda is. But if their agenda was about you, all of you, even without the clap, you would know right off. And if they telling you that's all they want, believe them. Don't think you're going to change. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be able to, man, once I get to cooking and you know, fattening him up and giving him some of this, yeah, girl, I got him. Yeah, okay, tell me about that when it happens. And when it happens, tell me how long it lasts. For real, though. For real. Something to think about. But, again, what's wrong with it, y'all? What's wrong with it if folks just want to clap? And they let you know who's judging. That's what they want to do. Let them do what they want to do. But just make sure you want to do it, too. Okay? So that's my message today on a Saturday. I hope you guys are all enjoying this beautiful day. I got one more stop to make before I can go home and kind of relax it and watch me a couple of movies or whatever I chose to do. And I just wanted to say, have a wonderful Saturday. Be safe out there. Think about some of the things we talked about today, or I talked about. But chat in with me. Let me know how you feel, what you're thinking, all that. Love somebody, and most importantly, love yourself first. Talk to you soon. Bye. I always get stuck on the freeze, but that's okay. Bye.